Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
We've got to deal with these weapons that are just designed to kill humans.
Can lawmakers actually ban assault weapons in Illinois? We take a look at what Illinois politicians are doing after the latest mass shooting over the weekend.
Black Friday and Cyber Monday are coming up fast. We give you a behind-the-scenes look at how workers at Rockford's Amazon location prepare.
And the U.S. takes the field in the World Cup for the first time in 8 years. We take a look at what some local businesses are doing so you can enjoy the games. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. A Rockford man's arrested when police discovered drugs after responding to a shooting.
Friday night, officers were called to Harrison Avenue, just west of Perryville Road, to reports of shots fired. A house had been hit by gunfire, but no one was hurt. During the investigation, police found 600 grams of cocaine, 30 grams of cannabis, and 12 grams of mushrooms. 32-year-old David Jones was arrested and charged with various drug-related crimes. Police did not say if he is a suspect or was the target in the shooting. He was booked into the Winnebago County Jail. 2 Rockford men are arrested on various gun charges. Officers pulled over a vehicle Friday night on Shelley Drive just south of Auburn Street. The driver, 30-year-old Martavian Staff, was found to have multiple outstanding warrants in his name. Police found a loaded handgun reported stolen out of Winnebago County in the car. They also found various drugs, including cocaine and multiple Xanax pills. Staff was arrested and charged on outstanding warrants and various traffic offenses. 24-year-old Devontae Williams is charged with possession of a stolen firearm, unlawful use of a weapon by a felon, and armed violence.
A mass shooting in Colorado Springs over the weekend reignites the gun control debate. Lawmakers here in Illinois have been negotiating new bills for months. Eyewitness News is keeping you connected to the Capitol. Immediately after the shooting at the Highland Park 4th of July parade, state lawmakers started working on gun control legislation. 4 months later, nothing has been filed. The House has a group working on gun control proposals. The most prominent idea being tossed around is a ban on assault-style weapons. Lawmakers in this working group are confident that will be part of the proposals whenever the plans come out.
There is no secret that assault weapons have to be reviewed in this state. And we hope to see something that we can agree on as it relates to assault weapons.
The General Assembly's back in session after Thanksgiving. Analysts believe it's unlikely lawmakers will try to pass any gun measures during the last week of veto session. If they wait until the new year, the vote threshold drops to a simple majority instead of a 3/5 vote.
Today marks 1 year since the Waukesha Christmas parade tragedy that killed 6 people and injured dozens more. The city of Waukesha held a ceremony to honor the victims. The ceremony began at 4:39 p.m., the exact time the tragedy happened last year. Waukesha's mayor's asking the community to turn the city blue with blue lights outside their homes and businesses. Flags will fly at half-staff across Wisconsin. The man behind the wheel of the SUV was sentenced last week to life in prison without parole.
The U.S. could face a rail strike. 2 of the nation's biggest railroad unions split their support on a new contract. Railroad engineers voted in favor of the deal. Conductors rejected it. 3 other smaller unions have also voted against the deal, brokered by the Biden administration in September. The contract offers 24% pay raises, plus back pay and bonuses. Many union members say it still doesn't address schedules or offer paid sick leave. If all parties can't agree by December 8th, the unions will strike the next day, a move that would severely cripple supply chains. It's estimated a nationwide rail shutdown could cost the economy $2 billion a day.
Gas prices continue to fall in the Forest City. The price of gas dropped almost 10 cents in the past week. The average cost per gallon is now $3.97. That's 22 cents cheaper than it was a month ago. According to Gas Buddy, the cheapest station in Rockford is selling gas for $3.49, while the most expensive is selling gas for $4.49. Experts say that price could continue to drop, and they believe we could see a national average of $2.99 by Christmas. Thanksgiving, of course, just days away, but consumers are ready for what happens afterwards. Of course, shopping deals. With Cyber Monday just a week out, we wanted to see how local distribution centers are preparing.
Amory Wilder spent some time at the Amazon Air Hub in Rockford. Amory, this tour is just a glimpse of a very busy season for workers.
That's right, Eric and Mimi. A manager says not only is this a time for the hub to get packages to customers in a timely manner, but it also gives the company an opportunity to hire more people from the community.
This is an exciting time for our team. We're ramping up. It's getting busy.
This time of year is peak season at Rockford's Amazon Air Hub. Site manager Michael Berg says they've got more planes coming and going from the airport this year, packed with online orders.
We're growing our business here, so we anticipate doing about 100,000 more packages a day than we did last peak. Right now, we're running right around 300,000 packages through the facility. So our eye on the prize is 400,000 units a day, and if we can do that, that would be tremendous for our site, but also tremendous for the customers that we service across the country.
But with more volume comes more challenges. However, Berg hopes that improved operations and new technology at the facility will help keep issues at bay.
We look at peak as like everyone talks about it as the fourth quarter of the holiday season. We prepare all year for this. So everything that we do, all the strategy that's put forth, countless meetings, we write like an 85-page paper that dictates almost everything that we plan to do. And while you think you have a plan for everything, there's always surprises, and that happens. But again, we've built a really strong team here.
And if problems do arise, Berg is confident that his fully staffed team is trained well enough to handle it.
We've hired over 400 seasonal associates to the site, and that comprises about 30% of our total roster.
Last weekend, Amazon bought their team lunch to prepare for the extra workload. Mimi, Eric?
All right, thanks, Anne-Marie. After nearly a decade, Team USA is back in the World Cup.
The U.S. men's national team opened its first game against Wales in Qatar. They took the lead early in the game thanks to a goal from Timothy Weah, but Wales was able to answer back after a penalty kick from Gareth Bale. Even with 9 minutes of stoppage time, the U.S. couldn't score again. The match ended in a 1-1 tie. Some state line bars are opening early for the games. We told you yesterday, Murphy's Pub plans to show all the matches. Today we got a chance to see what Fozzie's Skybox looked like on game day. Normally the bar doesn't open until 4, but they're welcoming in U.S. and Mexico fans early for the first round games. The U.S. plays game 2 Friday against England. That one starts at 1 in the afternoon. Our sister station, Fox 39, is home to the FIFA World Cup. Tomorrow morning you can watch Mexico versus Poland at 9:45. Then France and Australia at 12:45.
2 lucky turkeys were saved from becoming part of a Thanksgiving meal this year.
President Biden pardoned chocolate and chip. Hannah Brandt is in Washington with a look at where the annual tradition comes from.
Chocolate and chip won't be on the menu this Thanksgiving.
I hereby pardon chocolate and chip.
The 2 North Carolina turkeys will live to gobble another day, thanks to a pardon from President Biden.
Chocolate and chip are going to head to one of the nation's great basketball schools and research universities, North Carolina State.
Historians say Abraham Lincoln was the first president to spare a turkey. But the Thanksgiving presidential pardon didn't become an official annual tradition until 1989 with the first President Bush.
This is a special time. And it's the greatest nation on earth, so let's be grateful.
President Biden baked some political jokes into this year's ceremony.
The votes are in. They've been counted and verified. There's no ballot stuffing. There's no foul play.
And referenced his party's better-than-expected midterm elections performance.
The only red wave this season is going to be a German Shepherd Commander knocks over the cranberry sauce on our table.
But his ending message did seem to really ruffle some feathers.
Nothing beyond our capacity if we do it together, united. United.
In Washington, I'm Hannah Brandt.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, things are pretty quiet. We've had plenty of sunshine out there this afternoon. Just a couple of clouds dotting the sky. So take a live look with our SkyTrack camera out in Freeport at the Park Hills Golf Course as our temperatures today made it into the low to mid 40s. Nice and comfortable compared to where we've been these last several days. But as our wind turns light here this evening and our skies remain mostly clear, those temperatures are expected to drop rather quickly as we're down to 36 in Rockford. Rockford, 39 now in Freeport, 35 in Belvedere, 37 in Rochelle, Dixon, and 34 right now in Sterling. Wind chill factors in a couple of spots just down a few degrees from where the actual air temperature sits as our winds will turn light. Not going to deal too much of a wind chill factor going into the morning tomorrow, but our temperatures will drop back into the low 20s. So it will be a little bit of a cool start tomorrow, but like today, we should warm quickly for the afternoon. We've had quite the flip in our temperatures from the first half of the month to the middle to end part of the month, where the first half, the first 10, 11 days, those temperatures right at, if not well above average. But we had a big change in our jet stream pattern towards the middle of the month, and that brought us well below the average high. Remember those days that were stuck in the 30s, the low 40s, and then we wrapped up Friday and Saturday with temperatures in the 20s. Made it back into the 30s yesterday, 46 degrees our high temperature this afternoon, so climbing back up to where we should be. Reason why we had that big change in our pattern kind of affected our jet stream pattern. We actually had this big ridge of high pressure develop over the Gulf of Alaska, so as that pushed all the warm air up north, it dislodged a lot of that cold air and allowed that to filter down across the lower 48. That's also part of the reason why they had such an enormous amount of lake effect snow with that wind coming in and that cold front off of the Great Lakes. Again, we're starting to see that pattern change, so that ridge of high pressure over Alaska now breaking down, and that means our temperatures through this week actually going to be just a little bit above that average. So a lot of ups and downs here this month. We've got a mostly clear sky out there this evening, but we are going to see a couple of clouds kind of work in as we go through the overnight tonight. High pressure building in for us. Watch for a little fog, some ground fog, especially north, closer to the state line, and then in southern Wisconsin. Otherwise, we may have a little patchy frost develop. Temperatures tonight will drop down to about 22 degrees. Tomorrow, just a bit warmer than where we were today, up to 47. Should be pretty comfortable. And the best part about tomorrow, we're not going to be dealing with the wind. Wind today was a little gusty. That wind tomorrow from the southwest at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So there is still going to be a breeze, but won't be nearly as strong as what it was here these last couple of days. So as we keep with that southwesterly wind for tomorrow, little cloud cover working through. Temperatures tomorrow in the mid 40s. We stay nice and dry. I do think we have to watch the potential for some cloud cover late Tuesday night into early Wednesday. These low clouds could limit just how fast we warm during the afternoon on Wednesday, but I think once we break free from some of that cloud cover, upper 40s, close to 50 degrees in a couple of spots for Wednesday afternoon, and then we watch as our temperatures drop back into the 40s and 30s as we head towards Wednesday night, getting back up close to that 50-degree mark for Thanksgiving. As far as Thanksgiving is concerned, there is a cold front that comes through, so we may see a quick shower or two, especially later in the day, but the impact should be minimal as the rain stays fairly light. Just don't be surprised if you're heading out late in the evening or late in the afternoon and evening and you see a couple of showers. Most of that should be out of here by Friday afternoon. A little dip in our temperatures for Friday. I think we get back into the upper 40s, close to 50 degrees for the weekend. We'll have to watch the chance for some rain though coming in Saturday and on Sunday.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
Will we see Justin Fields on the field for the Bears Sunday against the Jets? Will we see him at all before their bye week in 2 weeks? And have we seen the last of him in action for this season? Those are all possibilities after Fields injured his left shoulder late in the Bears game in Atlanta yesterday. Matt Eberflus again said today they'll know more about Fields' injury on Wednesday. Eberflus says it's a fine line between taking advantage of Fields' running ability and protecting him from getting hurt.
You gotta balance that, and I've said that since we started this, since the New England game. I said, hey, you got to make sure we're smart about what we're doing, and I'm still saying the same thing. You got to be smart. You got to stay out of harm's way, and we're constantly talking to him about that because he is an aggressive guy, and he's strong and all those things. But he is our quarterback, so we got to make sure that he does, gets to the sideline and works himself out, and then when he is in the middle part of the field, slide. And he did a pretty good job of that yesterday. But he was in harm's way a couple times.
The Bulls will try to snap out of their funk tonight. It won't be easy. They'll be hosting the 13-3 Celtics. The Bulls have lost their last 4 games. High school boys basketball returns to the state line tonight. District 205 will host its 8th annual 205 Tip-Off Classic. 2 games will be played at Auburn. Harlem will face Elgin Larkin, and Auburn will take on Frederick Douglass of Memphis, Tennessee. East and Guilford will make their debuts tomorrow night at Guilford. Games will be played all week through Saturday, with the exception of Thanksgiving Day. What a weekend it was for Hononegah's boys bowling team. The Indians set several national and state records at the Guilford Invitational at Don Carter Lanes. They set the national single game record, team record, by averaging more than 267 per bowler. They set a 3-game series team state record and a 6-game series team state record. And junior Charlie Hunt set a state series record with an 867. That also ties the national record. Way to go, Hononegah.
Candace will have another look at weather in just a moment.
First, here's what News Nation has planned for later.
Coming up tonight on the show, come for the great debate. Should Trump be allowed back on Twitter? Plus, why Twitter is losing its most active members. And the mouse has a new boss, same as the old boss. We'll have all the intrigue at Disney. Let's get after it tonight on News Nation.
Tonight on Banfield. For 8 days, Idaho police have been combing through a bloody murder scene where 4 kids were stabbed as they slept. But how did the surviving roommates not see all that blood before calling police? And is there a connection to a dog mutilated just a few weeks before? Tonight on Banfield.
That's all coming up on the cable and satellite stations you see here on the left. Online, just head to newsnation.com.
Our first warning interactive radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More. We've got a clear sky out there tonight. Temperatures will drop quickly underneath that clear sky and light wind all the way down into the low 20s. May see a little fog north of the state line and some patchy frost elsewhere. Temperatures tomorrow, though, once we get rid of some of that, will climb quickly back into the mid 40s for tomorrow afternoon. Winds won't be nearly as strong during that time. 47 for Tuesday, 49 on Wednesday. Got a couple of showers that'll move in late Thursday.
Thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending some of your time with us. Stay safe.